Found an interesting new feature about the PlayStation um, PlayStation 4's controller. If your microphone is muted, the little indicator light next to it lights up. I guess if I had looked, there's like a little tiny painted on mute thing right next to that light. I just hadn't noticed it. Oh, hey everybody. Bubba the Vulture, I am back for the live stream and for the world of YouTube. So here are the results of the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Points for the first 10. Latifi moved up 2 positions. Alexander Albon moved up 3. That makes him one of the big movers of the race. That makes him the biggest mover of the race in terms of moving up. Alex Albon made more positions up on the track today than any other driver. Suck it, Max Verstappen. You started in first, but you didn't pass anybody to stay in first. You just were in first. Anybody could do that. So, Carlos Sainz, the man who, and I can't remember exactly what all dramas have happened in the world of Formula One since the last time I got to record, but the man who's been kicked out of Ferrari, leading his teammate, Charles Leclerc, who appears to just be some kind of crazy giraffe man with no body. He's just a wild, wacky, inflatable, warm, flailing tube man. From the way that this is cropped. Oh, okay. Once the transparency layer goes back on there, for whatever reason, that had a glitch there for a minute where it wasn't showing his race suit. It was just showing an extension of his neck and then a black box. That was kind of wild. So Yuki Tsunoda has moved up in the driver standings in comparison to Daniel Ricciardo, even though neither of them have any points. We are technically above Lance Stroll. Alex Albon is technically above Lance Stroll, even though, again, no points. We're on last place in the Constructors' Championship. So, a thing to point out that Lethal mentioned here. Nicholas Latifi is, of our 3 drivers, he is the oldest. And his growth potential is 0.99. So it is almost exact. I guess we're doing this as like measurement of gravity. So like his growth potential is almost exactly the same as Earth's gravity. Or it is almost exactly the average. Alexander Albon's experience potential is very slightly above average. And Jack Aitken, who has a significantly lower driver score than Latifi or Albon. He's about as much worse than Latifi as Latifi is to Albon. Give or take. With an overall rating of 66 versus 73 versus 80. But his growth potential is 1.49, so it's just about 1.5 times the normal projected rate of growth. Lethal was imploring us to consider the idea of putting Jack Aitken out there to see whether or not he can develop at a fast enough rate to become a competitive driver. Seeing as having the theoretically more skilled Nicholas Latifi is not actually gaining us any advantage. He's always still finishing last place of all of these still running drivers. So, I want to know what you think, America. If we're at about the halfway point of the season, this would be the kind of place where if surprise sackings happen, this might be where they go. We did not get any of our we don't have a finishing position streak anymore. We just got our base sponsorship rates. I probably got time to do one more housekeeping video, and then I might go back to Fallout Shelter real quick. Because, yeah, it's starting to get late in the afternoon here. Important email. Let's go to our emails. The top speed of car 1 could be better compared to the grid. Braking performance of Nicholas Latifi could be improved. Yes. The board watched the race at the Baku City Circuit this weekend, and we are disappointed that the team performed below expectation. We know that every team has bad races. We hope to see a return to form soon. Good day, Patrick. Wait a minute, Patrick. This is the best weekend we've had. There is still a lot of conversation around Williams this year. The world's watching their progress. Tea Time is telling us that we have another underfloor ready. I do not have F123. Jos Vera has come out. Hello, it's Patrick. He took out life insurance. Good for you, son. All right, so we will have our scouting of Kevin Magnussen done on my birthday of 2022. My gift will be. We don't actually have a whole lot of so they had the underfloors done. It has the second development underfloor. Oh, these are the engines of the ERS systems, okay. There's 6 rear wing 1s. We need to make some rear wing 2s, huh? All right, so just want to make sure it's rear wing 2 that we have none of. Okay, so we developed a rear wing, and then we just haven't made any yet. Seems like an omission. I'm not going to do this at the normal rate because I don't think getting 2 of them in 4 days is going to help us. Because, yeah, getting the second one completed on Friday, the race weekend will have already started, so I won't be able to change that stuff. So, it's going to be another weekend where Albon's going to have an extra special fun part. Going to make a few rear wings so that they'll have 2 to go in the car, and then 2 spares each. Okay. You know, we're heading into the Canadian Grand Prix. The Canadian Grand Prix was also the F1, the mid-season Formula One debut of another driver of some note. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was the U.S. round. It was right after that. Haha, silly me. But let's take a look at our driver lineup. He has a great affinity with Jago. His salary is $630,000. Oh, it tells you a little bit about their he was in Formula 2 in 2018 and 2019. Came in with Williams in 2020, finished 21st, finished 17th, and finished 20th. He's been a reserve driver for that same amount of time. Can you believe? He's just been on the bench. He's 26. He's actually not any older than Nicholas Latifi, or any younger than Nicholas Latifi. He's just more set in his ways. Zerf can hardly believe it. I did ask if you could believe it, but you know what? And how much does he? $230,000 a year. You know what? The cost to break his contract is only $173,000, which I'd love to take it, but is kind of nothing even to seemingly a low-level F1 team, right? Not that I'd ever want to, but what's the cost? Like his contract would take $1.6 million to break instead of 173,000. Cost to break his contract. I guess there still is one, but come on, right? Come on, come on. Everybody's I'm relatively satisfied with our scout for new drivers. Am I? I thought. Do I have? Oh, Arthur Leclerc. Is he like? Yeah, he looks like he's the little brother of Charles Leclerc or something like that. Oh man, imagine if I. Yeah, he's the Madagascar driver as well from Monaco. Imagine if I got him and then I was like, "Hey, Charles, you wanna race with your little brother? Huh? Huh? Does that sound like fun? You guys make a little team?" Oh, Enzo Truly. You're no Truly's son. Okay, so I can't do any scouting right now. They just didn't want to tell me about it. Take a look at our facilities. We're already working on all the facilities we can be right now, yeah? Yes, we have 3 different facility projects going. We're working on the computational fluid design simulator, a design center, and a team hub. So there's actually not that much for us to do until the next race. Well, don't I feel silly for saying, oh, we're going to do a housekeeping video, when pretty much the only thing we have to do is look at everything and say, man, oh yeah, Latifi got a development point. What is his weakest attribute? His braking ability. 47. Yeah. Jack Aiken is way off of Latifi, even Latifi, on terms of pace, but in terms of his consistency and racecraft, there's not much between them. He gained 99 experience last week from just existing. He gained 447 experience last week. So, Jack Aiken probably still would not get to the level of Nicholas Latifi. Okay, so guys, I don't think that Jack Aiken is going to develop to the level of Nicholas Latifi, over the course of the rest of the season. Basically, I've determined for myself that at the end of the season, I kind of feel as though Latifi and Aiken are probably both getting the boot. Albon trying to build things around a little bit. I don't think Aiken is going to develop to the level of Latifi by the end of this year. Also, it's worth noting that this upcoming race, the Canadian Grand Prix, is Nicholas Latifi's home race. Now, Latifi isn't from Montreal. He's from the 6, which is why he drives number 6. But still, that feels kind of cold to just sort of slow fire him on the weekend of his home race, or right before his home race. You guys really think we should do it? It's mean. All right. Well, anyways. I don't think we have anything to do until we got an important email. It's almost here. I want to make sure the team is prepared before we leave. That's a good thing. Let's go to car setup real quick, because I want to look at rear wings. Yay, the new car is gonna be a little better. Let's review our targets. Reach Q3. Not happening. Finish position of 15th. Yeah, that'd be great. We no longer have a finish position streak anymore because that's a nice thing and we can't have those. Boo. All right, so fast forwarding it to the weekend here.
Formula One is back in Montreal. Let's hope it's not going to be Groundhog Day. The local rodents have disrupted more than one race day here in the past. The Canadian Grand Prix is ready to kick off, and the only drama on the tracks we want to see is the best drivers in the world battling it out for a place on that podium. Gilles Villeneuve is a quick, free-flowing circuit in parts, with a stop-start aspect thrown in for good measure around the chicanes and hairpin bends. Medium-speed downforce will play a large part in avoiding the wall of champions and ensuring success at this iconic track. We're about halfway through the season now, and there's still plenty of time for everything to change. All eyes are on the teams and how they tackle the rest of the year. The weekend begins here.
Hey, weird architecture. Definitely the kind of architecture that a city just throws up because, oh, hey, we're gonna have an Olympics. Let's make something weird looking here. All right, so I gotta go ahead and stop the recording for YouTube because this has been a little homekeeping video. It's a little short, but we're not getting into the race right now. So bye for now, YouTube. Thanks very much for watching.